You are now listening to the number one podcast.
You have been digitally interrupted.
Mr. I Am Digital.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. I Am Digital, and we are back. This here is episode 5, and today is kind of different. I don't have a guest today. I just want to talk. I just want to have a little conversation with you guys. I want to kind of open up the floor here, and I just got some opinions on a certain subject, and I just want you guys to kind of join along with me. With that, let's kind of get into it. So obviously you guys have seen this episode is called She Don't Need You. Now, when I say she don't need you, doesn't typically mean that she just doesn't need you. Like, there's just a thing that certain people have to have independence in their life. They just need to feel like they can do what they want, come and go as they please. There's nothing wrong with that. I've noticed that there are a lot of men who actually have a problem with a woman who just wants to do for herself, and that's it. Some men will kind of sit there and be like, I just want my woman to stay at home and I just want her to take care of home, and that's all fine and dandy. But then there's going to be times where you might be down. And if you both are down, then, what are you getting from that? I don't see an advantage of having a woman who's always home. I just don't. Maybe in my opinion, because I just feel like women need to be free. They need to do what they want. I feel like they've gone through enough in life that they don't need, just to be kind of always taking care of us. I think a lot of women take care of things that they already have the stresses that they always have to have things done in a certain way. And they always are taking care of things. And I just feel like they need that freedom. Women also need that headspace where they can just do what they want. What is a woman? How do you define that gender? Some will say women should be submissive. They say that our ancestors worked too damn hard for them to be submissive to anyone. Do you view women as an object or a compliment? Women have always had to work harder than men their whole life. So when she finally loves a man, she works more to make him better. Does that make sense? I'll ask again. So when she finally loves a man, she works more to make him better. But I guess the real question is the work that she's putting in reciprocated? Men, we're taught to be independent species. Then some were taught to make sure you have a woman to put your headaches onto. Women are nurturers, they're lovers, mothers. As what I'm trying to say is that they're always doing for other people. So when they do have time, or do they ever have time to take care of themselves? I see women who are single. They say that they need to worry about themselves. Some men, they're offended by this. And they think that these women are either gay or stuck up. Some men say they only fuck with bad boys. I wonder why. I think I got some insight. So girls like to chase, believe it or not. Women, females, they love to chase. Women do not like the quote unquote available men. When I say available, I mean always capable of showing them direct attention. Some women, they love attention, but they do not want to know that you're needy for it. Think about it. Women so-called fuck with bad boys, such as drug dealers, players, entrepreneurs, etc., because they know those men are busy. And I emphasize on the busy, meaning they're doing their own thing other than looking at their phones. Women, not all women, love men that they must chase because it's the thrill that they know whether they can get his attention or not. For years, women have liked being chased. Some still do. But nowadays, the roles have changed in some areas. Women have become clearer in what they want and what they like. These reasons being, women have learned to be more self-sufficient. This has to do with being raised either in a single parent home or being on their own early in life. Some women prefer to be single because their bodies were taken advantage of. There are women who move around every day as if nothing is wrong and they don't need anything from anyone. The truth is, they do not want it. It's kind of deep when you think about it. I myself was born to a dependent female, but this was because she was addicted to drugs. Why was this? I'll never know. But she obviously at the time was not securing herself enough, and she was led down a dark path. She depended on someone who was my dad, and she never recovered until now, almost 30 years later. What is independent? Is independent meaning you can do whatever the hell you want and no one can tell you shit? Is that the case? It seems like living independent is a reckless lifestyle. I say reckless loosely because we all need some type of direction on how to live. If we do not have anyone to guide us or tell us when we're wrong, we'll be sitting around learning lessons for the rest of our lives. If you spend most of your life learning lessons, when will you have time to create awesome memories? Women for years have been trying to discover themselves in this atmosphere of other men. When I say that, I am saying that a lot of women have dads or stepdads or a family member who is a male that they've looked up to as an example of how they should be treated. The tragedy of this is some of the men took advantage of them mentally or physically, and even worse, spiritually. I know the insecurities in some men make them only go for females who are at their lowest mentally at the moment. I like to think the complicated part of all this, men will date a woman to take in return, and women will date to fix and not look for anything in return. Men don't like projects. Women love DIY. Women will look past all the flaws of a man because she knows there is better in him. She will give up everything. She has to make sure that man is secure emotionally and physically. She will ignore friends, lose friends, hate her family because he hates the family. Let's take a lucky guess why. I can bet you $1 million a man will tell you he hates your family because they see through the bullshit before you do. Oh, and that goes for women as well. But today, we're talking for the ladies. Men, there is nothing wrong with a strong-minded, independent female. Trust me when I say this. I realized that most of my failed relationships were because I was afraid to share the quote-unquote lead. You are not always going to be great. You will be weak sometimes. A woman is actually stronger than a man, but we won't admit it. Women have been physically designed to take pain that a man will never be able to comprehend. I don't mean leg scrapes or hitting your toe on the edge of the bed, but childbirth, deception, physical disrespect, more than that. When most men give up, women don't. Women are more prone to do anything to help a man succeed. Women would physically give their bodies up for a man. Some of us men react irrationally and will do some things to put our whole family and freedom at risk. Women tend to think rationally sometimes. Some will risk their freedom, but they like to think a lot more logically when they're prone to protect home. I never understood why men were rubbed the wrong way when a woman wants to do her thing. She wants to do something to bring something to the table. Is it a sense of control? I mean, is it something that was taught at home? What's the trigger? I thought having a hustling woman would make things easier. You can double the profit. Plus, you don't have to work as hard, and you can always spend more time with her. I know some of our choices for work don't give us that time we want. But I always felt like having a dope woman who can get it on her own was something to brag about. I'm not saying hardworking women make you weak. If anything, it shows confidence in a man. That means you are fully secure with yourself and you trust that she is doing what she needs to do the things that she wants and needs. And if she wants to spoil you, even better. Women don't usually ask for much. Some do, but some, they just want to know that you're happy. And that's it. Sounds complicated, but it's really that simple. She knows if you're happy, it's a good day. See, you realize what a lot of women sacrifice to make us men stay safe every day. Women don't come with a manual, but they do come with instinct and intuition. They're given this from birth. Us men, we learn this with time and obstacles. I feel as men, we need to listen to women more. Just think. Their words can make you go to hell or even give you heaven. Shit, they can even save lives. We fail as a gender because we let pride get in the way. But the same way you will protect your mother, you should protect your woman. If she has a dream, support it. If you'll invest $20 to $30 to a random female on OnlyFans, why can't you invest in your woman's dreams and potential hustle? What are you getting out of that $20, $30? There's no ROI, return on investment. But think, if you invested in your woman, you're getting all the things OnlyFans offer plus the profit. Just think about it. I think in my overall perspective, we as men need to do better with ourselves before trying to include somebody in it. That can go for either gender. We can't look for people to fix. There is no way we can fix someone, nor can someone fix us. We need to get our affairs in order before bringing someone else's baggage. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes two broken people can together create something beautiful. Just sometimes relationships are lopsided, and we have to find that balance and compromise. My guys, there's nothing wrong with compromise, especially with a woman who wants something for herself. Let her take that job. There's nothing wrong with a woman who makes more money than you. I believe women just want to spoil their man. Women love the fact that they can provide and also provide financially for your entertainment, where they know you're at home and you're safe. Women will sort of complain about you playing video games all day, but she knows you're at home. In reality, she's happy because she knows exactly where you're at. A woman who can get her own is one of the best women to have. Trust me. Yes, women can gain egos as well, but I know one thing about women. They're going to treat you how you treat them. And that's what it all comes down to.
You are now listening to the number one podcast.
You have been digital interrupted.
Mr. I am digital.